Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Emily and this is The Candle Nurse. So, hi everyone. I hope you are doing well. I miss you all. I haven't filmed in a very long time, especially facing me. What's going on, guys? We're almost halfway through 2025 and there's a lot to catch up on. I have a wax home fragrance empties from months and months and months. I'm talking about over 5 months worth of empties in wax format that I have for you, and a lot to catch up on. So grab a snack and grab a drink because we have a lot to talk about. There's so much life that has happened. I hope you guys are all doing well. I have filmed since January. A lot of them are still sitting on my computer that I never posted because there has been a lot of life change, personal, professional, in our wax community. There's been a lot of change. So I would film videos. A lot of them were facing away from me because with everything that's been going on and just trying to fill in gaps, I would attempt to try to film videos away from me, like back here on this bench, so that I didn't need to do the get ready, put on the makeup and face the camera. I felt like it was easier just to set up the tripod and film. Well, every time I would film, I'd say, okay, big projects, I'm gonna get it done. Well, with professional changes that have happened with me and my vendor wax business, the Candle Nurse handcrafted scented wax melts, I just never had the time to sit down and edit. Editing is always the beast. And so I have all these videos that I kind of recorded that I wanted to post that I think the majority of them I'm going to scratch. Though 2 that I'm going to post other than this one is going to be empties. I did non-home fragrance empties facing away from the camera. And I also did, I also did candle empties. So this is the wax version. So it's 3 different videos. I'll still post those because those are the most recent ones that I had filmed. But I figured let's start getting back into a habit of facing the camera, stop the nerves. I got anxious all over again. This is what I love to do. So I wanted to get back in front of the camera and talk to you guys. So I have an empties, but first let's do some chit chat. I know that a lot of you that come on to watch the empties are like, hey, you're 10 minutes into it. Where's the empties? If you want to, just go ahead and fast forward. I'm not that tech savvy to put a bunch of chapters or links down below. I'm not like that. I'm pretty wordy in my videos, so I apologize if that's bothering you, but there's a lot to catch up on. So first things first, the vendor wax business is going well. We've had a lot of changes in our country since January of 2025. We have a lot of changes as far as like our personal life, in our business. So with the Candle Nurse, let's talk about that. I just finished my 1-year anniversary spring pre-order. We just sent out the last boxes today, and that was a very successful pre-order. I would say our launch and the first pre-order, we were very successful, and I think this one almost matched those from last year. And so we are very blessed. So we finished that pre-order, and as we hit our 1-year mark, there's a lot that we've changed in process and production that has allowed us to produce a lot more, and we're just continuing to grow in our processes. So I'm very grateful for that, and I'm blessed for our community and our customers. And our next pre-order will be the first week of July, and those will be like maybe some leftover, I wouldn't say they're going to be really fruity summer scents, but I think they're going to be more like complex signature blends that I do, along with some fall favorites that maybe were huge popular fragrances from last year, because I want to get ahead of the season this year. Last year I had so much, I just came out the gate running in July when I launched, so that I launched with like 64 different fragrances, and I was doing serenity shapes, and there was like 64 different blends, and I did 36 of each blend. And I think we just sold, or we have 1 more scent left from that original launch. It's called Born Together, and it was the blend that I created in honor of my nephews who are twins. And I did my original launch the fragrances were created based off of experiences or people or things that made an impact in my life. And so Born Together was for the two boys that made me an aunt, Caden and Jalen. And I still have a few bags, I think, left of that one. And that will be it from my original launch. So there's some blends and stuff from my original launch that I'm interested in maybe bringing back that I haven't brought back, such as Melly Jelly and so forth. So yeah, so a lot of exciting things coming down the pike for the Candle Nurse. We're testing different things, you know, getting into like sprays and stuff like that. So there's a lot of exciting things happening with the Candle Nurse. Professionally, I'm a nurse by trade. I think the last time I touched base in life about my professional development was I was in nurse practitioner school. Well, I have since dropped out of nurse practitioner school after pharmacology. I've just decided in my life that as I was making it through nurse practitioner school, I was struggling trying to find a preceptor which was kind of like putting a lot of pressure and stress on me to try to find placement myself. And that is just the way it is for nurse practitioners, at least that I can speak of in Arizona. It's very hard. You have to find your preceptors. You have to have different preceptorships, and you've got to be able to see people ages 0 to 100, essentially. Really, age 0 to 100, not really, but you know what I'm saying, like infants to the geriatrics. And as I was getting further and further along in the program, I am approved to go back, but I just don't know that that's what I want to do. I don't know that I'm passionate. I really wanted to be a provider. I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. I love health and wellness. I started realizing that like office-based, like general practice, family practitioner just isn't where my passion is. My passion is in the field that I currently specialize in, which is vascular access and surgery. And so I work in an ASC. So I left my full-time job as a circulating nurse from a hospital, and I was doing part-time at the surgery center, and I had stopped so I could finish school and focus on the Candle Nurse business. Dropped school because it's just not for me. I like the practice that I'm in, which incorporates like nephrology patients and surgery. We kind of come together with vascular, and so it's kind of the best of both worlds for me. So I went back to doing that full-time. However, in January, I stepped in to be an interim administrator for a surgery center that was pretty far from my house with the company that I work at. And I just realized that I absolutely, like, that's where I belong, in that leadership role where I am allowed to be clinical, utilize my license as a nurse, be around the specialty of dialysis access patients, and still be able to be like in the surgery, can be clinical, can be a leader, be administrative, and grow the company that I'm with. And so I stood in as an interim administrator until I found a replacement for that facility. And now I'm back at my home base and since was offered the administrator role. So that's what I'm doing now full time. So I am working outside of the home full time as an administrator, but don't you worry. My husband and I in the Candle Nurse team have a great system going with our vendor wax business, and are looking to make that a full time down the road. But with like the state of the cost of a lot of materials and stuff right now, it's just not feasible to make that just a full-time job, but continuing it as a passion and bringing our creativity and our home fragrance to you guys is like such a big deal for me. So being in the role that I'm at has actually allowed me to provide for my family, do the things that I'm very passionate about, but also allows me the home work-life balance. And so it's been kind of, I feel like the universe kind of opened a door for me that said, hey, this is like the right path. So that's what's been going on with me personally. Dropping out of school was like a big deal for me because I felt like I failed, but and I don't want to say that because failing is not bad. Failing at something is not bad when you learn from it and you grow. Saying goodbye to it was a big deal because I don't feel like I quit at things, but I realized that in the blink of an eye, I have a child who is going to be graduating high school next year. And we're already halfway through 2025. It's just time is flying by so fast that I realized I was giving a lot of my time to away from my family that it just wasn't for me. So I had to learn to be okay with that, and I am okay with it. And it's actually for the better, because this opportunity to be a leader and an administrator for a surgery center in the job and specialty that I love, and allows me the freedom, to provide for my family, and the freedom to have a work-life balance around my family, more predictability, and my husband's able to focus on his job, and he's finishing out his business degree. So there's just a lot of moving parts happening in the Dominguez family, but they're all actual really positive things that I've just not been able to sit down and like really talk about. And so that's really what's been going on. Candle Nurse is going strong. We are continuing to sit down and business plan about where the direction of where the Candle Nurse is going. We love home fragrance and that type of thing. So I guess without rambling on for too long, I felt like I owe it to you guys to sit down and kind of talk about what's been going on. Like, yes, I'm here to talk about the 6 months or 5 months of Wax Empties that I have not been able to share with you guys, and I refuse to throw them in the trash because I wanted to sit down and go over them. I feel like it was an accomplishment to finish what I finished because of my collection. I had every intention to sharing my collections with you guys, but I felt like that's where I was struggling with the editing of those videos, that I just said, you know what, we can scratch those videos, but like sharing and reviewing fragrance with you is like, that's my home, right? That's what I do here. So I think hitting 1 year on YouTube, making videos in February, I hit 1 year. I think hitting a year for the Candle Nurse, our business, is such a big deal. So I am wanting to take the opportunity now that now that I'm in my role as an administrator at my current job, and I can come up with more of a plan to post more and show my face and sit down and be a part of my community again, I think is really important. And to be able to describe what I'm creating from a Candle Nurse perspective, but also letting you guys know, like, I'm part of this community. I love to support small business, and review and participate in purchasing from some of our people in our community that are vendors. I love it. So this is like what I'm excited about, is to like review things and go over things. And like, I want to be able to sit down and share more of the Candle Nurse with you guys and bring my Let's Talk About the Scents fragrance series back. And so I have a lot of exciting things going on. July is going to be a big month. We'll do our next pre-order launch. So I'm already started coming up with fragrances for that. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump into these empties. I have a ton of Scentsy that I went through, you guys. I was a Scentsy consultant. I started off before I launched the Candle Nurse doing Scentsy, more for selfish reasons, and as a hobbyist, I did it so that I could get the discount and get all the perks and try all the things. And so I had accumulated a fairly large Scentsy collection. I've got this cubby and one other one that is full, and I actually got rid of a bunch that I was like, hey, I just bought these off of clearance, not really for me type of scents. Gave those away to my mother-in-law so she could enjoy them. But I went through a ton of Scentsy. I am no longer a Scentsy consultant. I haven't bought from them in a while. I want to get through what I have, and I think that in the future, if I decide to buy Scentsy, it'll be through like a friend's website so that I can support them and enjoy the fragrance, because like I said, I'm a fragrance junkie at heart. I'm a wax addict. So went through a ton of Scentsy, and then through a lot of vendor. Teddy Bees would be like the most that I started going through, because Teddy Bees is the biggest vendor that I have in my house. And I was able to participate in my low buy in a couple of different vendors. So I owe it to them. Bright House Scents is a new one that launched this year that I'm so proud of, that I got some wax from her. I've got a new CQ handcrafted wax. Haul, I've got Pharmacist's Daughter that I got in. And I just put a bunch of them. And Teddy Bees, like the latest RTS, I just put them away. I chopped up and put them away. But you know, I figured let's just go through and review the empties instead of worrying about so many hauls, if that makes any sense. I've also been on a no buy of candle purchases for 2025, so that's like a big deal for me. It's been hard because I get FOMO really bad that I want to participate, but I know that when I make room by using up what I have and shopping my stash, then I can then try the new things after that, if that makes sense, instead of just collecting everything. So, okay, let's start with, I have one retail wax, so let's go over that. So I got excited when I saw like Anya and Susan Fitzpatrick, a couple other people were getting wax from Walmart. So I have a sensational, I have like a little bit here, this like pile here is the sensational wax or Better Homes and Gardens wax that I've picked up, but I finished off a clam of watermelon kiwi lemonade. These are powerhouses in my house. They don't last longer than about 5 hours, but this was awesome. It says 1 in a melon, and this was just really bright, juicy, sweet, sugary watermelon lemonade, but there was that twist of kiwi in there that was pretty authentic, that gave this, it's different than like the Bath and Body Works. And then also with, if you see here, there's like a little sprig in there. I feel like there's like a little bit of like a spearmint or like a garden mint inside of this scent too, that gave it a little bit of a green herbal note. It was delicious. I put it all over, I put some in my room and in my kitchen, and it scented the house for like 5 hours, and then it was just gone. As quick as it gave a scent, it was gone after that. $2.22 at my Walmart. I mean, you guys, it was awesome. If you're like I'm in the need to like buy some wax, go to the Walmart, pick up a couple of these. Yeah, that was great. I liked it. It was kind of worth the money. Am I like gonna go and get a huge collection of Walmart wax? No, because there's a lot of it that's artificial and I don't really care for, but there was a few summer scents that I really liked that I picked up. Next up, I have a few, these aren't, I mean, they're daylights, so I burned them from Kringle. I have, which one's this one? Herbal tea. I love tea fragrances. So herbal tea, rosemary, lemon, and cilantro, apple, and lime. These were really good. I use these as shower candles, like when I'm gonna shower in the morning before work. I'll light it and just kind of let it burn. It burns for a good couple of hours. Now this is like a paraffin soy wax blend, or a paraffin only wax, which is different for Kringle. Kringle's 100% soy except in their daylights. And so you get these to kind of see if you can get like a feel for the scents, if it's something like you wanted to try first instead of investing in like the bigger vessels. I really liked, this is the Country Candle too. I love this scent. I hope they bring it over into Kringle line. Country Candle has been discontinued, is no longer something that is going to be made at Kringle anymore. They're just going to be offering the Kringle tumblers and wax melts, and I think the only thing they're getting rid of is the Country Candle. So this one was good. I like it. It threw well in my little bathroom here. I have like a little mantle in there that I will put a candle on instead of turning on lights, because it's bright in the morning. I'll put a candle on and shower. So I call these shower candles. But yeah, all three of these were perfect. They burned down fairly well and scented well, and I liked them. All right, next up, let's do some Scentsy. So I have 2 samples that I got through. So one was Wild Cherry and Sakura and Luna. Now these ones I got when I became a consultant. They sent me like, I did something like where I sold so much in a certain time, and it was because I was buying warmers because I was new to Scentsy. And I got like a package of like 30 something of these. So I've been slowly working through them. I have a mini warmer right outside my bedroom door and a mini warmer in the kids' bathroom. So that's where I put these. This was awesome. This is very body care, deep, a little bit of floral, kind of sweet, kind of sensual type fragrance. I liked it a lot. I would pick that up again, when or if I decide to buy Scentsy. And then the Luna is like their most popular, or they say it's most popular, but maybe it's like the bestseller. And I really like it. It's a feminine, floral, sweet, brighter fragrance. It's perfect for the spring. So I do have a few bars of Luna that I think, I mean, I've had them for a year, but I'm going to hold on to them for one more year. I'll either do them in the bedroom before summer's over, or I'll hold on to them until spring again, because it's a really beautiful floral, fresh, like open your windows, clear out your house type of fragrance. And then I have a ton of bars. So the first one I did here is Berry Bubble Blue. This was a bring back my bar. This is blue raspberry, green apple, and spun sugar. This was great. It's very sweet. I did a little bit for my kids. It's just a cotton candy scent. Like, it smells like blue cotton candy. It smells like blue cotton candy the way it would taste. It's sweet, it's sugary, not very strong. So I did a couple cubes in my kids' bathroom, and then I did the rest of it here in my bedroom. It was good. It lasted for about 6 hours, and then it was gone. But you can't get, the one thing about Scentsy is like they're constantly moving their catalog around, and like you can't, some things you can get, some things you can't. It's kind of frustrating sometimes if you really love a scent, because you feel the FOMO, so then you end up buying way too much of it and then you get sick of it. But then you don't know if you're going to get it back the next year or not. I don't know. So that's another reason why I started the Candle Nurse, so that I could like make sure I had fragrances available year round and talk to my community. And if they want something back and I can physically get the oils for it, I can make it, and bring the favorites back and tell people like, you do not have to overdo it. I will make sure that we have the fragrance available so that you guys can come on and enjoy it. And yeah, that's my goal anyway. We do the pre-order for like bigger options and for our softer formula, and for like big shapes, like our Serenity shapes, because those are molded, and you have to demold them and package them and clean them up. So it takes a lot more time than just being able to offer clams. So we offer clams all the time. I will over pour, I will re-pour. It's not hard to just pour into the clams, label, and put them up for sale. But like the other stuff takes a lot more time. So we offer those 4 times a year, every quarter, in our pre-orders. So then you don't run into the situation. All right, next up I did Berry Good Pumpkin. This is pumpkin, sun-ripened berries, and autumn spices. You're gonna see some fall and winter fragrances because again, this is 5 months worth. I think I did an empties in December for November. So this could be like December up to May, which is 6 months. And this was good. It was spicy. Definitely you get the autumn spices and like a deep berry. I didn't get a lot of pumpkin in this one, but it's a perfect fall, like nostalgic type fragrance that I would get again, and it was pretty strong. I remember that one going for like the whole day. Next up, I finished up Cran Apple Crumble. This is baked cran apple, brown sugar, whipped cream. This is awesome. I love cranberry, and I like this because I've started realizing that I'm not a gourmand person. I'm not. I started sharing a lot of my gourmands with friends and family because I like gourmands. There's a short window. It's like Christmas, like, you know, your Christmas scents. Like winter, you have several months, right, to like melt winter. But in Arizona, we don't. So like my window for Christmas is December, like after Thanksgiving to like the end of December. January, we do stay pretty cold, so I can melt some winter scents up to there. But like stuff that reminds me of Christmas, it's a very short window. So gourmands are it's like that for me. I could do gourmands from like October-ish time frame, like Halloween time frame, to like January. And then at January, I'm over it. I just can't do it. I find things to be cloying. Outside of that time frame, there's just like a time and a place to crave those like heavier, more dense fragrances and bakery fragrances. I just realized I'm more of a fresh, fruity. I've started getting into some floral. I'm more into like complex niche fragrances. Yeah. Anyway, Cran Apple Crumble was awesome to me because there's brown sugar in here, but this one was very appealing to me that I could do this all year round. it only lasted for about 4 to 6 hours in my house. But that's another one that I would get and all year round to be able to use versus like apple cherry strudel was not one. Like I can't do a lot of vanilla bean buttercream. I can't do a lot of like the gourmands. All right, next up I did Sippin' Poolside. This one was amazing. Fresh pear, sparkling citrus, and aquatic accord. This is what I'm talking about. Your salty, poolside, fruity, sunscreen type fragrance. Perfect for now. I did that. So for that one was really strong. I think I did only 2 warmers here in my bedroom. And I was able to do that 4 different times because it only took like, I did a cube. And this warmer here and a cube in my bathroom because I have like an element warmer in my bathroom. Man, so good. And it would go for like 24 hours. And then like when I was filling it again. So I've been able to use that for a few months and 1 bar took it pretty far. I would get that one again for sure. Highly recommend. Next up, I used 2 bars of Very Vanilla, Creamy Vanilla, and Tonka Bean. This is just a light, sensual background perfumed vanilla fragrance. I really like it. The one that I love is Vanilla Amber, which they do have available right now. I love that fragrance. And there's a scent by Lavender and Speckles that kind of reminds me of it. I think it was like a bourbon and tobacco. I can't remember now. There was one that Lavender and Speckles did. I'll have to go back and check my empties from, I think November is when I talked about it. But there was one scent that Lavender and Speckles had that smelled similar to it to me or gave me the same type of vibe when I smelled it in the same like genre or like family. So Very Vanilla is a nice background vanilla scent. I think I have 4 more of these. And I did this here in my bedroom and I only did, so this was 4 warms for me because I did 1 cube in each warmer. I have 4 warmers. There's 3 here in the bedroom and 1 in the bathroom. So I got 2, yeah, so I had 4 warms out of these 2 bars of just kind of like the winter going into spring transition where I was still kind of into some deeper, more sensual, perfumey scents. And yeah, I got some good love out of it. I would say that it went like, I guess I do it for a day. I would say a good 12 hours. And then I would change out my warmers just because I want something different. But this was like a really good nighttime sensual scent. So I think it's available too, but it's lighter. Next up, I did Aloha Citrus. I don't have the scent notes for this, but I only had 1 single bar of this. And this is a fragrance that was a lot more citrusy when I first got it and turned more floral perfumey as it got older. And it was really beautiful. So I did this one, I think, out in my open concept. And it was light. It didn't last very long. I'm noticing I'm having a hard time. I don't know if I'm getting nose blind because I make my own wax. Some of these scents will like be a lot. So you can't, I'm having to like do every other warmer and then I'll get like a day out of that and then I'll turn on the other ones. And then some of them I'm just like, I can't get. And then some of them I'm like, you're living in the laundry room because my laundry room is a good airflow space that like if I want something that's kind of heavier in laundry, but I think it smells good, but it's too much to be everywhere. Like I'll put it in that laundry room, leave the door open, and we'll start to waft out into our open concept and give us this nice ambience of a scent, like background scent. Hollow Harvest. Hollow Harvest. I feel like I melted this with something. This is carved pumpkin. Sorry, I can't read my own handwriting. Carved pumpkin, smoked embers, and vanilla bean. Now, this was good, but I liked Around the Campfire better. And I'm obsessed and must do cherry chestnut and Around the Campfire. It has to happen because I loved them on their own and I love them together. My Come On Sammy's kind of like an Around the Campfire, I think, so I don't know if I really need to like dupe that one, but cherry chestnut, man, that was heaven. I love that one. I love blending it together. Hollow Harvest kind of smelled like there is a sweetness to it, but it's a little bit more charred smoke going on. I would get it around the campfire. Yeah, Hall Harvest wasn't my favorite. I did one white pumpkin and driftwood. This is white pumpkin, driftwood, cardamom, solar amber. This one's a good one. I would get this one again for fall. Yeah, it's the white pumpkin. I love when they say white pumpkin. It just is less spicy and squashy and more sweet and perfumey, if that makes any sense. And I think with the cardamom and the amber, the driftwood gives you a little bit of smokiness going on there and woodiness. So yeah, that was good. Next up, when we weren't feeling well months ago, like right during the winter, we did rosemary and mint, and it just says rosemary mint, and it was beautiful and it was soothing. I wish they would bring this back. I have a Just Breathe, and I did do 2 cubes of that, and it is powerful. I save it. I'm saving it for like a day of like a cold or congestion. But this one was very soothing and calming, especially if you have like a headache. This was a good one to put on that just made me feel cozy on a rainy day. I loved it. So rosemary mint, I did love. I had one lonely bar of Perfectly Cute. I don't have the scent notes on. This was like a limited time fragrance that I got last year. I love it because there's like a little bit of salty sea air and like a pear that adds a little bit of sweetness to it, but this is really fresh. Yeah, love that. I keep saying that. These ones I didn't love. I went ham and crazy during a clearance sale last year and picked up an ungodly amount of this tangerine sugarcane. It's ruby grapefruit tangerine sugarcane. I liked tangerine creamsicle, and I, for whatever reason, was like, I must love tangerine. Like, I like their tangerine scent. There's something funky about this fragrance, and I literally think I had like 12 of them. So I did 3 in my open concept, and I had to turn them off. I didn't like it. It was nauseating. Yeah, I don't like it. I like lime and sugarcane. So I thought for sure, because I love grapefruit, like I did a glorious grapefruit, I'll show you guys, that I liked a lot, but like this one is not great. So I took the other 9 bars and I gave them to my mother-in-law. I did 1 bar of Strawberry Bliss. I think I've got 1 more of these left. This one I'm doing today. And my kid said it was like, reminded her of like a strawberry boba. It's sweet. It's sugary, strawberry goodness. There's like a hint of floral going on. It's been going now for 12 hours and it still smells really beautiful in here. It was really strong, so I had to turn it off for a little bit. And then I turned on 2 warmers when I came home from dinner, and then now I have all 4 going, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So yeah, Strawberry Bliss. I think that one's available now. It's good. You guys should get that one for sure. Tangerine Creamsicle. This is Icy Tangerine Mango Vanilla Cream. I like this one. And I made the mistake of putting a whole bar in my bedroom, and it was a powerhouse. So I highly recommend putting this in your open concept. I have a vaulted ceilings and a single level home, and so like a lot of my house is open concept, or like only putting like a cube and 2 warmers in my room to get that, because it was strong. Yeah, I like that one. That's a pretty authentic, creamy, citrusy fragrance that's like wonderful for the kitchen, I feel like. I went through Strawberry Lemon Cake, Fresh Strawberry Lemon Zest Vanilla Buttercream. I love this one. So this is a kind of a gourmand strawberry scent, but the lemon does something to it. And this is one that I can tolerate all year round. Unfortunately, they got rid of it. So I need Anya to make that one. Anya, make it, because I cannot. I've done strawberry lemonade and I've done like a strawberry fields, but I cannot get that creamy cake note. And so I need Anya to do this, please, so I can have that scent again. Blue Grotto. This is Sweet Citrus and Lush Botanicals. This is a Capri Blue Volcano type fragrance. And it's really surprising because I thought this would be super, super strong, and it's not. Like the citrus burns off. So this was a good 4 hours. I have several more of this that I will get through. It's a pleasant scent, but I put a whole bar in my room, and yeah, it was kind of a light fragrance. I think I would give it like a 4 out of 10. It was there for like 8 hours, but it wasn't like, I want more from that one. It's pleasing to my nose, and I wasn't getting it, if that makes any sense. So I'll use those up, and I mean, I feel like a volcano scent is like a dime a dozen anymore. You can find them. So I don't think I would spend money on that. Now, this is a tried and true favorite that I love. And I had like 18 bars of them. Well, now I have like 15 left. I'm obsessed with Starburst Sky. So I got through 3 bars. It's apple, whipped vanilla, creamy coconut, amber blossom. I have gone through 3 in 6 months. That just goes to show that I'm really savoring them, but I'm trying to use them up. When I talked to you guys about vanillin, this is like a perfect example. You'll see the yellowing. That's normal. When you have vanillin, it can change and alter the color of your wax, but it shouldn't alter your fragrance. So this performed beautifully. This went for over 24 hours. I got several. So I used, the only thing is is on the lighter side, but it's longevity. So with this, it was consistently for almost 2 days, like 48 hours consistent. I would give it like a 6 out of 10. I loved it there because I don't want it to be too much. I just don't. I love fragrance to like, I love to walk in the house and say this smells amazing. So I don't share this in my open concept. I use it in my bedroom. And so I would use a bar, but I get 2 days out of it. So I done that 3 times in like 6 months and love it. And honestly, that's like the heartbreak, you know, for me not buying Scentsy. It's like, I want that all the time, like all the time. I got this from Amanda Hamilton, and it is amazing. And I have been trying to figure out how to recreate this. This is Forever Flannel from Scentsy. This is lavender, sandalwood, bergamot. I smell it, and it smells familiar. It's cozy. It goes for days. Like we're on day 3 on a hot plate warmer in my husband's office with 2 cubes, and you can smell it out in the hallway. This is incredible. It's a unisex scent. It can lean masculine. It can lean, I mean, I guess it's not feminine, but it's not cologne heavy. Oh my gosh, you guys, how do I get this? It kind of reminds me of Bath & Body Works Cozy Cashmere. I have found a couple different Cozy Cashmere oils that smell nothing like it. So I'm shit out of luck. Excuse my language, but this one, I smell it. I feel like I've smelled it before. It's high end. It's classy. It's so good. It's so good. So it still has fragrance in this. So this is one that I will not be throwing in the trash. I'm going to hold on to it. Lavender, sandalwood, bergamot. It's such a beautiful blend. It's complex. It's got depth. I love it. I love this one. So yeah, I'm holding on to that. I was trying to keep the cubes, but my husband was like, I want that scent. So we've been enjoying it. Amanda Hamilton, thank you so much. She shared, you guys, a huge amount of Scentsy bars with me. And so I have promised to try to come up with creations. I know they want me to dupe. I know Melting Memories has been really good at duping some of the fragrances from Scentsy. I have been having a hard time because the ones that are super good are really hard to kind of pinpoint. They're more complex and they blend so well together. So it's like, I think they had to blend to get to it. This isn't like a single oil show. So anyway, good job, Scentsy, on that one. That is such a high-end, could be like, you could wear it type of fragrance. I would love it in body care. I'd love it in a cologne, a perfume, a body spray, a room spray. It would be great on sheets. It'd be like good on as a wrinkle release. It'd be great as a candle. Like chef's kiss, such a good scent. Next up, I did Glorious Grapefruit, and I did 2 bars in my open concept, and it was sugary ruby red grapefruit goodness. And it was not offensive. It was not too tart. It was not aggressive or scratchy. It had some creaminess going on with it. I would love to get that again. Glorious Grapefruit. I used, is it 4 bars of sugared strawberry. This was my number 3 scent. So I top 3 scents of last year. Starburst Sky, Bonfire Beach, and Sugared Strawberry. Sugared Strawberry didn't make it back. I had like 18 bars of each one, or maybe 15 bars of each one. And I've used 4 of them so far. So I have Strawberry Currants and Sun-Kissed Lemons is the scent notes. Anyway, I love it, but you can't hold on to these forever. They get juicy. You just got to enjoy it. It's juicy. It's bright. I would wear it. It's perfumey. It's amazing. Yeah, I love that one. 2 bars of mango matcha. This is mango nectar, matcha, sorbet, salted cucumber, sugar cane. This was great too. This is another one that really transformed in the open concept. This one went 24 hours, and I would get this one again. This is probably my favorite mango scent from Scentsy, mango matcha. I did 1 full bar of Sandcastles. This is Sunny Coconut Pistachio Sweet Almond in my bedroom here. And some people were like, oh, it doesn't last long, or it's not strong. I had 2 cubes in Julienne Home, 2 cubes in a hot plate right here. I had 2 cubes in a Scentsy 25 watt and 2 cubes in an Element. And it went over 36 hours, and it was still going, but I was ready to change it out today for Strawberry Bliss. Love it. I think I only have like 3 or 4 more bars of this one. That's a great one, and it is available now in the catalog. Today in my open concept, I did 2 full bars of Wild Watermelon. This was a bring back my bar from last year. This is watermelon, green apple, and sugared pineapple. This is great. It kind of reminded me of like the Bubblicious watermelon gum. But then there's also like an aquatic like note to it. My family loved it. But like after 6 hours, it was gone. I mean, it was very, when I went to dinner with my girlfriends, came back, I could get like a background scent, but like, yeah, this one didn't last very long in the open concept. These ones I did in my laundry room. There's 3 of them here, different scents. So I did a Scentspiration Black Raspberry Linen. This was great. My family loved it. I did 4 cubes and 4 cubes. I have a big hot plate warmer in my laundry room. So like I said, when we've done cleaning or something and I put something in my laundry room and it kind of wafts out into the open concept, and it just smells clean and fresh. So this is Dark Berries Warm Linen. Yeah, it was good. My family really liked this one, but you can't pick it up. It was like a limited time. And then I did a full bar of Frozen Born to Lead. This is Orange Melon and Vanilla. You think Orange Melon Vanilla, but it is kind of like a clean laundry room scent for me. I could put it in the open concept. I wouldn't put it in a bedroom. But it's really pretty. So again, I split up I do 4 cubes and 4 cubes. So I got 2 days worth, or 2 different, it went for 48 hours or longer each time. So it's like I got 2 different like sets of warms. So it's like 6 days total with 1 bar. This one, same thing goes for Frozen to the North Calls. This is Berry, Grapefruit, Lily of the Valley, and Hint of Marine. Very fresh, floral, sweet, but more fresh and floral and ozone type fragrance. Smells kind of cold. So this is a great like fabric softener type fragrance. 2 Bonfire Beaches. I went through Toasted Mallow, Sandalwood, Salty Sierra, Ocean Spray. This is wonderful. And I will have to say, this is the only time I'm going to compare with a vendor, because I was pleasantly surprised that this happened. Escobar from Teddy Bees is Palo Santo and her Beach Treats, which is like a beach night scent, which is like you do have like the s'mores, the driftwood, the Salty Sea Air, roasted marshmallows type of thing. And when I first got it, it was very light. And so this was from February of 24 is when this was poured, and I just melted it. It's not like, these guys are just in the same family, but I was like, holy cow, does this smell like Scentsy's Bonfire Beach. This is amazing. So good job, Tiffany, on Escobar. It is so good. Was stronger than Bonfire Beach from Scentsy after I let it cure this year, and my whole family loved it. They just kept going, what is that? What is that smell? So yeah, definitely highly recommend both of those. I drop something. Okay, next up is Sunkissed Citrus, oranges, lemon, lime, grapefruit. I did this in my open concept, but it was like, it was kind of artificial and not great, so I wouldn't repurchase. Skinny Dippin'. This is from last year. I did a cube in each warmer, had to go down to just 2 warmers, turn off 2 warmers. So I had a couple days worth of melts, and then this clam started changing. It started turning like something's wrong, and it's not like lactonic or rotten or anything. There's like a sooty burnt scent that I'm getting from this. So something changed, and wouldn't buy it again. Finished up Coastal Strawberry, strawberry vine, raspberry seeds, jasmine petals. Thank you, Amanda Hamilton, for giving this to me. And this was beautiful. I like it, but I like sugared strawberry more. This one has that aquatic, like rain element going on with it. So not like necessary that I need to get that again. Summer Moonlight. Don't have the scents for this, or the scent note scents. Don't have the scent notes for this. But this is a really pretty, beautiful, feminine body care scent with a little bit of sweetness, but like more body care up front. And so I did that at nighttime in my bedroom. Oh, I have one more of these. And I wish I had like 15 bars of this one. I love this one. I don't know why I slept on it. And I think it's available now. Oh, Coastal Sunset. Creamy coconut, sandalwood, amethyst, amber. I can do this. This is kind of like a take on Bath and Body Works coconut sandalwood, but this is better. This is prettier. A little bit more feminine, where that coconut sandalwood's a little bit more masculine from Bath and Body Works. This one is like a sweeter coconut. And the amethyst, I don't think that's a real scent. I think that's just a descriptor. So it's the amber. Gives it a little bit more depth and femininity, I think. Makes it more of like a feminine fragrance. And I think the coconut they use is a little bit more sweet. So I'm a huge fan of that. I'm pretty amazed that some of these are pretty old and I can still smell the fragrance when I open up the clams. That's pretty great. Next up, I finished 2 tropical coconut nectar in my open concept. And it was good. Tropical coconut nectar. It was good. It was like a citrusy coconut tropical goodness, light fragrance. And then I had like a key lime pie moment. So I did cocoa lime, which is coconut milk, creamy vanilla, and fresh lime mixed with crumb top 1 cube to 1 cube, oats, butter, and brown sugar. It was great. Did that in my open concept. Loved it. We did Frosty Air in the laundry room. This is Sweet Citrus, Lily of the Valley, and Frosty Air. Yeah, that's a straight up laundry scent. That smells like dryer sheet, which it's good. It belonged in the laundry room. I just did a Simply the Zest. This is Sandalwood, Lush Greens, Tropical Fruits. No, I didn't like that one. And then from Amanda Hamilton, this is Mango Shortcake. This is my boys did it in their room. Warm cupcake with vanilla juicy mango. This was awesome. This is another one of those like strawberry lemon cake where I could totally tolerate this, however they blended that. I love that. That's a gourmand I can get behind. Okay, so finishing out Scentsy for non-wax items, I had a scent circle in Johnny Appleseed. You guys, these lasted for like 36 hours in my car and then they were dead. Blue Grotto, that one was light as can be. Sugared Strawberry, which this one lasted a few days, and so did this one. I think this one's Havana Cabana. Yeah, that one was good. That one lit like 4 or 5 days, but not necessary for me to get again. And that's it for my Scentsy. So let's get some of these onesies, twosies. So I have a couple Bath and Body Works things. I did 2 wallflowers in Marshmallow Fireside, Black Cherry Merlot. I've got like 2 or 3 of these candles. I have a whole tub drawer full of wallflower plugs. And I've like really gone away from using them, and I only have like 2 wallflowers that I can use, and one seems like it's like tanking. It's a couple years old, and the other one I have, it's brand new, but it's like a year old, but it's brand new. I'm like, how am I gonna get through all these wallflower plugs? I just need to go. I have one reward from Bath & Body Works, but the problem is I go down the drain with Bath & Body Works and need to pick up like a bunch of stuff. But I should get myself a couple more wallflower plugs so I can start using these up. They just take forever and a day to get through. Some of them are good. Like these ones were good. Like I could actually smell them. So I got through 2 of those. This was like their blender. Sometimes they come out with like a blend series where they take 2 scents and put them together. Marshmallow Fireside Black Cherry Merlot is marshmallow, crystallized amber, wild black cherries, velvety red wine. I really enjoy it, and I have 3 candles, so we'll get through those. And then I finished up a pineapple mango, which is fresh pineapple juice, mango, vine ripened raspberry. Pineapple's hard for me. It's really done well, the pineapple mango at Bath & Body Works. I like it. And then I have a car fragrance here of Among the Clouds, which this smells different than I remember the body care, but it's been a couple years. So I have like 5 more of those. So I'm trying to use those up in the car. Okay. And that's Bath & Body Works. You guys, I have a quadrillion million cotton ball things that I finished in 6 months. Like we don't even need to count, but I don't even know why I kept them. I just kept putting them in, but really, I don't know that people care about seeing that. Next up from Swanky, I have Strawberry Musk Rain Barrel. I love this. This was a loaf that I got through. Oh, it's so good. It was like the sweetest strawberry mixed with like a salty, there's like a musk, but then there was like a salty aquatic note with it, kind of like better than the coastal strawberry from Scentsy. This was good. It took me a while to get through it. I probably did like 3 full house melts with this, and it went for a couple days. So I would definitely buy that again from Swanky. And then Swanky, I did like, this was like a shape bag of pink sugar cookies all over my house. It's pink sugar and sugar cookie oil, and it was great. I love pink sugar with a lot of things. It really helps me to like calm down the gourmand notes. And then I have 2 of my own in here. I have Raised You from Perdition. This one is very complex. This was from my launch. It's a supernatural inspired fragrance where Castiel is explaining to Dean that he wrapped his arm around him and raised him from perdition. And so you just like, I was trying to come up with this like crazy scent that's like, you know, you're in perdition and you're coming up from the ground, and it's like off-putting, but then it smells good at the same time. So this one is grapefruit, lemon, rhubarb, black pepper, petitgrain, bergamot, freesia, leather, geranium, sandalwood, musk, amber, cedarwood, and guaiacwood. I kind of went crazy on this one. And I hated it. I hated it when I poured it. I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. It smelled like marijuana at first when I was pouring it, so I was kind of confused. And it smelled up my house for a long time. The mold smelled. I had to deep clean the mold. It was really strong, you guys. But I'm going to tell you something. This, after it cured, I poured this last year. After it cured, my husband was melting this in his office, and it was wafting out the open concept. And I was like, it was amazing. You guys, the brightness of the citrus notes that are in here, the rhubarb, the lemon, the grapefruit, really tones down some of the off-putting black pepper and the wood notes. And then I was like, yes, this is the scent. This is the scent, right? Like, I struggled when we made it. I struggled when I poured it. It cured, and I was like, man, I don't know if people are gonna like it. It is super complex. There's a lot of elements going on with it, and it came together, and it turned out to be a really beautiful longevity of a scent. I think my husband had it in for like 72 hours. And then it just was just an ambient scent after that. And it took a while to get through because he was doing a bunt at a time, and there were 6 bunts. And the scent left over in this bag, it's the amazing blend that came to be, and not that what I smelled originally. And some other vendors may or may not tell you that these fragrances take an off-putting, some of them are off-putting when you're first blending them. And maybe it's just me, but there's certain fragrance oils and certain notes that are kind of off when they're really hot and you're blending them to bind them with the wax. You have to pour them at a certain temperature, and it's super hot, and it's just wafting up at you. And so it, you know, I try to wear a mask when I'm making my wax, so I'm not taking in all of these aromas. And sometimes it's just like too much. And then once it cures in the wax and does the conceptualism that I was coming up with, and it comes together, it's like, I'm like, I told myself I would never pour this again. I felt like these are 4 ml bags, and like this, the samples of this I had to pull and separate because I felt like they were contaminating other fragrances, and I was upset about it. My husband was just like, it's a great scent, it's a great scent. I'm like, no, you guys, it's a great scent, it's a great scent. I think as my nose is developed, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by it, and considering that I would probably bring this back for the fall. Maybe in like a limited clams, like ready to ship, like pour it just so that it's available for those of you out there that like have gotten, I know Etta really liked it. There was I sold out of it. So, I mean, it took a little bit for people to kind of get on board with it. And then finally people just started melting it, and it's beautiful. So pleasantly surprised by that one. Those are one of the ones that I wrote off and said never again. And my husband's like, you're gonna have to pour it again. And I'm like, nope, never, can't make me. And yeah, it's great. It turned out to be great. The other one of mine is Strawberry Beach. This is another one I never brought back. I didn't bring this back this year for summer. This is the Cream de Boom Boom Boardwalk Marshmallow Cloud Strawberry Pound Cake and my Beach After Dark, which was like my take of a beach night. There was a lot of beach nights types out there, and I wanted to really, and I use that Bath and Body Works type in a lot of my fragrances, but I really wanted to make something that was my own take on it that's a little bit different. And the s'mores of mine comes out a little bit more, but mine's also got like a little bit more like nature element to it versus like the perfume body care, sweet, yummy, gourmand beach nights that is Bath and Body Works, which it has its place. Believe me, it's earned its place. Oh, this is such a good summer scent that I might end up just pouring this in clams and bringing it back. This is beautiful take on, you get the Boom Boom, the Boardwalk with the Magnolia, you get the Pound Cake, and a little bit of that Beach After Dark is not too powerful. Yeah, this one has a lot of things going on with it. It's beautiful. I think I'll bring that one back. That one sold out really fast. Again, like I said, I had so many scents I came out with during my launch that I have not brought back. So I may just pour this one just to have it. Because you guys, the more my wax cures, the better it gets. Like it's transforming over the year. And a lot of people are getting great performance out of it. This is my Serenity shape. So this is like the firmer. I only have 2 formulas. There's the firmer wax, which I do in the clams. I do in the Serenity shapes. And then I have the softer formula that I use for like the souffles, the mini souffles, the loaves, that when people are wanting to kind of chop their own portion. I will say that my softer formula cures faster. It's ready to go, and it can be used in a lower wattage warmer. I just haven't found the popularity that I found in my harder, firmer wax. So I only bring it around for pre-orders for those people that like it. And it just hasn't found a place for me to pour and make available all the time. But the firmer wax, yes, and I do it in clams so that everyone can enjoy our home fragrance. And that's last for TheCandleNurse. Let's move on to, okay, there's a couple duds here. One that was not a dud that I would totally buy again is from Dessa's Homespun Scent. This was Farm Fresh Raspberry Jam. Incredible. This was a tile. I cut the tile up into 8 pieces because one little small piece filled a room. This is her new formula. Incredible. I loved it. I would get that one again. The dud that I had, this is Dessa's old formula. I picked this up from Summer Michelle. This is Royal strawberry and Palo cookies. This is sugar cookies, Palo Santo, and strawberry pound cake. I like on cold, this smells amazing, you guys. And I got like a half a brittle from her. And I did 6 pieces in a hot plate warmer and got nothing. There was nothing. So I don't know if it's the age of this wax. I don't know if it's because it's the older formula. I had it in a hot plate and a Julienne home warmer and it didn't do anything. So I don't normally do this, but this is not, it doesn't get you anywhere. So it's not anything by Dessa. I think this could be older. I'm not sure how it was stored. It could be that it's older formula, so that's why she changed it, because her new formula is banging. Banging, banging, banging. And I would definitely buy from Dessa's again. The other one that didn't do great for me was from Everything Vice Wax. This is Heavenly Strawberry, and I love strawberry. Strawberry pound cake, strawberry shortcake, strawberries and cream. I didn't smell anything, so that one's going. I don't normally do that, you guys, but I'm not going to put something in the warmer if I can't smell it. All right, next up I have some Rose Girls. I finished up a mini melter of Chantilly lace. I love this, and so do my boys. They have my other bag. They stole it and put it in their room. This is orange sherbet, raspberry sauce, and vanilla lace. This is fruity, perfumey deliciousness. Would buy that again. Oh, huge fan of this one. I had like several samples of this and put it in one bag. And I warmed this in my laundry room and my family loved it. This was pink clothes on the line, pink sugar and soft laundry. I'm not a big laundry person. This is delectable, delicious, amazing, pretty fragrance that my family loves. And so I would totally buy that in like a big bag. I finished off a sample of Copacabana Beach. This is cantaloupe, coconut milk, and Delicia Drenz 59, which is the Sol de Janeiro type. I did this in my bedroom. I loved it. It's beautiful. It's perfumey. It's feminine. Perfect for my bedroom. I did this in my kids' room. It's a sampler. It was from the Office sampler from Rose Girls. This is I Feel God in the Chili's tonight. In this Chili's tonight. And this is blue raspberry slushies, fresh raspberry margaritas, and watered down lime margaritas. So yummy, so bright, so fruity and sugary. The kids loved it. And I did all over the house panty dropper. This is pineapple, mango, orchid, Bomb Dia Bright 40, which is Sol de Janeiro type. This is very pretty. I wish I would have just saved it for my bedroom, but I put it all over the house because I want to use it up. Some of my Rose Girls is old, and I love Rose Girls, but a lot of Rose Girls, it's strong. Like I get 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 fragrance from Rose Girls, but it's only for about 5-6 hours, which is a standard for vendor wax. So I do only put it on when I can change it out, or like it's in the evening. But yeah, and then I have one from Southbound here. This is Salty Siren. I love this one. This is beautiful. Lavender Marshmallow Cream, Salty Sea Air. This was a Southbound souffle, which you know like makes a lot of wax because she puts big embeds on them. And I love this, and I have one more of giant souffle of it, and I would repurchase that. From L3 Waxy Wonders, I have Italian Wedding Cake, Almond Macaroon, Vanilla Buttercream Frosting, Strawberry Jam Pie Crust. This was from Pie Day of 2024, and this was good. It's beautiful all over my house. A yummy, bright, lemony, strawberry sugared gourmand fragrance. From Lavender and Speckles, my husband I think my husband is a huge fan of Lavender Speckles. I love Lavender and Speckles. I have like 3 tubs. So Teddy Bees is my biggest collection other than Scentsy, and Lavender and Speckles. I have so much Lavender and Speckles, but I've been trying to rush through some of these other like one-offs or smaller vendors that I have, so I can just like enjoy Lavender and Speckles. I think I'm gonna do like a fall dedication to Lavender and Speckles. Stay tuned for that, because her wax after it cured for the year, it is strong, so I'm excited. This is Smoked Apples and Palo Santo. This is Macintosh Apple, Palo Santo, Smoked Cedar, and Marshmallow Fireside. I love Beth Wilson. I love Lavender and Speckles. Oh, it's one of my favorite vendors of all time. She's the sweetest lady there ever could be. She supports everybody. She's kind. I love her family. I love what she stands for. I'm a huge fan of hers, and I will always support Lavender and Speckles. My husband loves the fragrances that she comes out with are the ones that I gravitate towards, my husband gravitates towards. So he loves to put them in his office. And her wax works really good for me. So I have one from Super Tarts. This is Gimme Some Sugar. This is blue sugar, pink sugar, and lavender cream. And I would buy this in the truckloads. This was a brick. And I would take one brick, there's 6 pieces of it, and one piece in the Julienne home warmer, and it would blow the house down for 12 hours, 18 hours. So I got 6 wonderful warms out of Super Tarts. She's another one of my favorites, Brandy. And Super Tarts, loved it. Oh, this one, I love Traverse City Wax Co. I don't have a ton left from her. I think it's Lindsay from Traverse City Wax. And I did Beach, is it Chic or Beach Chic? I think it's Chic. This is Warm Sand, Suntan Lotion, Ocean Breeze Fruity Drink. This one was good, but it was too much. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going to put this all over my open concept. Like, no, Emily. Maybe 2 warmers out in the open concept. Super strong. I don't think I would get that one again. Okay. Let's finish up with, there's some more one-offs. We did Driftwood Island. I think this is Pharmacist's Daughter. They're the only ones I know that use the brown labels. This one's gorgeous. There definitely was like a blue sugar going on with like, it's a little bit more masculine. I loved it. I love that one. That one was great sample. I would buy that in a big size. My husband warmed a sample of Charcoal Tonka from the Black Barn, and this one was strong too. This one had mica. It was white with mica. This is just a smoky scent. It's a smoky charcoaly scent, and he loved it. My husband loves like bonfire smoky scents. And then he also warmed this from Ebony and Ivory Wax Co. Mountaintops. This is sage, amber, tonka, pine cones, and sandalwood. Nice masculine like shaving cream scent, barbershop scent. All right, guys, and last up we have Teddy Bees. I went through a ton of Teddy Bees in the last 6 months. I went through a sample of Daisy Dukes and Flip Flops. This went for 24 hours. This is really pretty. Like I said, I'm getting more into like the fruity florals and kind of like body care scent. Yeah, I would. Teddy Bees has a chokehold on me. I love Teddy Bees. I love to purchase from Teddy Bees. I just purchased from her RTS. She has a pre-order going on right now, and and I just had to tell myself because I spent like, I don't know, $190 or $175 on her RTS, which is a lot of money. And so I just couldn't find it. Emma of Normandy, Honeybee, Holiday and Halloween time. She has amazing scents going on right now. Some new ones that I really want. And I wish that I would have, no, I don't. I love the RTS. I love Teddy B. She has a chokehold on me, but I'm having self-control. I wish I could just shop in the pre-order, and I never do it. I always end up skipping it because I buy in the RTS. And because I spend money in the RTS, I have to, and her next pre-order is so close together, I have to break from that. So I talked to my husband, and most likely I'll end up buying in her next RTS. I have to get Emma of Normandy. I have to. I love Emma of Normandy. You only need a small amount and it lasts for days. It's one of my favorite fragrances from Teddy Bees. If I could pick one scent from Teddy Bees, it would be Emma of Normandy. And so I will get that probably in a loaf so I could have it for a long time. This is not Emma of Normandy, but it's giving me kind of like a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like the berries, the perfume. Anyway, that's happening right now. So if you guys are interested, go purchase from her. Because I will be in the RTS when that comes up. I'm going to purchase from it. Next up, I got this in a D-stash like a year ago. This is Teddy Bees House of Dragons. When I received it, it was melted because it came in a melter in the midst of summer. It was like a bubble melter. Oh, this is definitely a winter scent for me. You got the pine cones, the smoke, you got a little bit of cranberry going on. Good. I have like another souffle and a tub of that one. Finished up a souffle weekend with Papa. This is Salty Sierra, Vanilla Bean Noel, Toasted Marshmallows, blended with roasted pine cones. This is glorious. And I did have Sadie I have like a tub of Sadie's, which is the salty Sierra vanilla bean Noel, toasted marshmallows, and then Weekend with Papa's adding the roasted pine cones. Both of them are spectacular. Okay, I did not like this on cold when I first got it, and now I would get this in a loaf. I really would. This is Jon Snow. This is why I should listen to everybody else and myself when I say you need to warm something before you kind of write it off. I for sure was going to give this away. It was in my giveaway pile like 3 times, and I was like, and then finally I just go, you know what? I was feeling it one night. My husband and I were watching a movie, and I was like, let's warm some Jon Snow. You guys, I loved it. This was Palo Santo flannel sheets, creamy vanilla, and mint. The one thing I have to remember is to let Teddy Bees breathe when I get it, because it comes in a box, and sometimes I think it takes on other fragrances. So it's like I've learned to take it out of the box, let it breathe for like 24 hours, 48 hours, like just let it do its thing. Then do like an initial sniff test. And then when you get around to melting it, like this one was from September of 24. This was gorgeous. I loved it. It was complex. It's a little bit more masculine, but there's like a minty note to it. Beautiful winter fragrance. It was a nice, like cool spring fragrance. So like beginning of spring, end of winter. So I would repurchase it. But if you go back to my hauling video, I was like, I didn't like it. Next up, Replica. This is Strawberry Pound Cake Beach Treats, which is her Beach Nights Cashmere Cream and Sweet Vanilla Cream Cake. I don't think I like this one. This was very much strawberry pound cake, and I didn't get much other than that, and it was very light, so I wouldn't repurchase that one. This one was a banger. Not just another lavender vanilla. This is a blend of sweet and herbal, lavender, vanilla mousse, sweet sugar, and vanilla musk. Her lavender scents are gorgeous. This is a wonderful nighttime scent. It took me a long time to get through it because literally you just need one piece to scent the room. So if you're looking for a banger lavender scent, that one is definitely be worthy to repurchase. Next up is the Water Gardens. I got a lot of, okay, I'm selfish with Teddy Bees, and I don't put a lot of Teddy Bees out in my open concept. I keep it all to myself. I know, I've got a problem. Chokehold. I'm at Wax Addict too, you guys, but I love Teddy Bees. The Water Gardens, notes of green tea, lemons, hints of lime, musk, which is under the lemon tree, and salty driftwood. This is such a beautiful, fresh, aquatic, citrusy, like spring rain day scent. Oh, I loved it. It kind of like cleans the air without it being like super overly aggressive citrus. Snow Cones by the Sea. I love this one. I did it here in my room. The souffle I cut into 12 pieces. And if I put it into every warmer, it was pretty strong and I didn't need to. This is watermelon, black cherry, juicy apple, salty Sierra. I love this one. It's perfect for spring, summer. But the sweetness kind of burns off in like the first 6 hours. Then you're left with salty sea air, like kind of on its own with like a hint of fruit in the background. And I loved it. I love Jaws from Super Tart. So, I mean, this isn't Jaws by any means, but it gives you that fruity, the fruit sweetness, the tartness, the salty sea air, aquatic brininess that comes along with that. Yeah, I think I have 2 more souffles of this. I liked it a lot, but I cut it into 12 pieces, so I ended up getting a lot of warms out of this souffle. So that's why my strategy during RTS is I end up just going in and buying souffles, and if I love a scent, I'll buy it in several souffles. And why? Because I guess with loaves take up a lot of space, and souffles I can stack a little bit easier. But I could cut up one souffle at a time and get through it, and then kind of let the other 2 kind of cure, do its thing. And then, you know what I mean? I don't know. Is there any rationale behind it? Probably not. Do I need more wax? No. But do you see how much Teddy Bees I went through so that I can continue to get more Teddy Bees? Yes. I think I'll always buy Teddy Bees, lavender and speckles. Some Super Tarts. Super Tarts like that one that I did earlier, which is Give Me Some Sugar. Jaws, any type of Jaws blend I will buy. So I'm limited there to what I buy from Super Tarts. And Teddy Bees, I buy everything from her. She's such a master blender. I love her. Lavender and Speckles is a master blender. Anya from CQ Handcrafted, wow, holy cow, she is really, I mean, her wax was good before and it performed good in my house, like the Cosmic Laundry and the Pink Coast, but her new stuff that she's coming out with is so good. She is awesome. So go check her CQ Handcrafted Wax Melts. She also is Wickless with Curly Q on YouTube. I'm going to put it out there right now. She's like one of my favorite YouTubers to watch all the time. I love the way she describes fragrances. Love her. Anyway, back to Teddy Bees. London Fog. This was amazing. I love Earl Grey. This is Earl Grey tea, lavender milk with a hint of boardwalk marshmallow. This is beautiful. Yeah, this was a very, very beautiful scent. I liked it and I'd pick it up again. I did 2 souffles of late night bake. I was going through a lavender bakery, sweet lavender kick. Sweet lavender sugar cookies, pink sugar with the background of Palo Santo. I still have, I think, a tub and a loaf of this. Love it. Oh, love it. And that was one that was recommended by Summer Michelle on like a live or something. And yeah, it was a great recommendation. I loved it. First of her name. I bought 3 souffles of this in the last RTS. Whipped vanilla, citrus infused cream, white blossoms, decadent lemon cookies, candied lime, and vanilla sugar. I waited for a year to go through it, so I'll probably wait for another year to go through my other ones because it performed beautifully in my bedroom. And I now have 3 souffles of it. This one was amazing too. The Long Farewell. This is Palo Santo Twilight Woods pink sugar with a hint of lavender vanilla. I do believe I have a loaf of the Long Farewell. Oh, this is good. This is another like take on lavender that's a little bit more seductive, deep, complex. This one's another one that would get Grand Canaria. Beach treats, peach nectar, jasmine, violets, notes of fresh citrus, and soft woods. This is beautiful. It went for like 8 hours. Oh, beautiful. I would totally buy this one again. Is this one in her current? I don't think so. I don't think this one's in her current pre-order, but I would definitely buy this again in a loaf. This one my husband took for me because I didn't really care for it. Strawberry vanilla birch, strawberry pound cake, Bath and Body Works type of vanilla birch. My husband loves it. Strawberry pound cake with tree. It's good. It was good. I mean, it's all right. Not my favorite thing, but he liked it a lot. Next up, I finished a souffle of the Red Wedding. Toasted vanilla, strawberry cream, rose macarons, woodsy musk, dark berries, and white woods. And this was a banger. I finished off, okay, so I got this from a round robin too. So it was like a quarter of a souffle and then a whole souffle. And I finished it off and I did it in the spring. And I would buy this in a loaf. It is currently in the pre-order. So hopefully during the RTS, I can snag some more of this. I have a tub left, so I have enough to kind of get me by until the RTS comes up, and then I'll buy some more probably. Island Bakery. Is this one in our current pre-order? If it is, okay, so I have some staples here, people. I know I'm struggling. I'm not doing this pre-order. Island Bakery. Pineapple peach nectar, tropical fruit, slight hint of coconut milk, strawberry pound cake, and iced lemon cookies. I love this one. This one was incredible. My family loved it. I got 4 amazing days. Not at one time, but like 4 different melts. Just heavenly. Beautiful tropical sweetness, sugary sweetness. I did the Hamptons here. This is watermelon, lemonade, salty sea air, and crisp linen. This one it's good, but it was very light. I didn't get much out of it in my laundry room. It didn't carry in, and I had to use like a lot at one time. So I had to put in like a half a souffle in the laundry room to get it to perform. So I probably won't buy that again. And then Pink Moon is the last wax melt I finished from Teddy Bees. This is pink sugar, sweet lavender, smell of rain, crushed apple blossoms, and bruised flowers. Another one I did in my room at nighttime that was recommended by Summer Michelle. Beautiful, feminine, different take on a lavender, but there's a little bit of floral going on, a little bit of like rain going on with it. I loved it. Thank you, you guys. Thank you so much. That's it. That's what I worked through for wax in the last 6 months, 5 or 6 months, give or take. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank you for this very wordy, very long wax empties. I adore you all. I appreciate you. I want to do better. I needed to update you guys. I hope that you're doing well. Comment down below, share, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified anytime I post a video. Let me know what's going on with your guys' lives. Just know that even though I wasn't posting videos, I'm still out there showing love to all the people in our community. I hope that 2025 has been treating you well. You guys are amazing. Look out for my next pre-order. It's going to be the first Thursday through Sunday of July. So keep a lookout for more information. Join my Facebook group. I'll put a link down here in the description box. You guys are amazing. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Good night. And I'll see you in the next one.